Okay, so we'll talk about dates today. Okay, we call them as date objects. Oops, sorry. Again, I'm using Python. Okay. So as obviously you have to have HTML head body, and what should I give here? Script, correct?
One sec.
Okay.
You
Then you have say new date. Okay. So there are multiple ways to create date. Okay. The first one is new date. New date will create object with current date and time. Okay. So
okay.
this will have date object storing current date and time, right? And let's say we define this value in a today, okay, in a variable called today, okay, today date or something. Okay, now I can print it here. So how do we print it? What function do we use to print it?
Alert.
Not alert. I want to print it on console.
Console. Log.
Forgot.
Oh yeah. No, then bracket and what do you call? Uh, console.log, or I was saying that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you run this program. Okay. So see, Tuesday, November 29, 2022, 092628 GMT plus 30 Indian Standard Time. This is the entire thing that you get when you run new date.
Acha. So this new date this is object. I got it, but that is from date class only, right? That you got this new date. You are aware of it, that new date. If you'll put new date, you'll get the current date and time and everything.
Correct.
Is there anything that if I need sometime like just time or sometime day? So is there
Yeah,
anything that?
we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay. First, let's go step by step.
Mhm.
Okay. So, okay. Um, okay. So let's go step by step. Okay. So now here you see, I just said you have date time, correct? Okay.
Mhm.
Now, let me put. Okay. Let me copy and paste it multiple times so that I don't have to copy and paste. Okay. So this is new date. This is the default what you get. Now, if I say here, instead of, I did not pass anything here, right? I can pass year, comma, month.
Okay.
Okay. And now when you run it, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it says year is not defined because we need to give the year value here. Okay.
Okay.
So year is a, you can give it as a string or you can even give it as a number. So if I have to give it as a number, I have to say year 2022 and let's say month 11. Okay. So this is one way. And okay. So what did I give here? 2022. Okay. And
Hmm.
month was 11, right? It has
Hmm.
printed this date, December 12.
Yeah.
Okay. Now if I make it as 10, okay. Now let me do one thing to avoid confusion. I'm going to do this multi-line comment and we will be uncommenting it one by one so that we don't lose all this. Okay. So now when you go and run, so it gave November, right? So when you say 10, okay, 10th month is done. Now it's going to give you for the 11th month, the next date, the next day,
Hmm.
next month. So you can give um, year and month, okay? Or let's say I want to give a specific uh, date, year, month, time. So you can even do it using a string here. So in this case, I'll take new date and I'll give this one. And let's say I want to assign October 1st, comma 2020. Okay. So October 1, 2020, and I want to assign. So see, new variable will have the value that I assign. Okay. Um, 05, 36 minute and 12 seconds. Now, when you run it, you will be able to see here. October 1st, 2022, 5:36:12. Value will be
Hmm.
assigned to it. So you can give it like year or month. You can also give it as a string like this. Okay. Second thing is if you don't want to give time, you only want to give date. Okay. So we'll put it here something like this. 2022 11-29. So 29 November. Okay.
Hmm.
It has taken this uh, time. Okay. You can give like this as well. So it is like what do you want to define? Like, you want to define only month or time, okay, or you can even define as a as a millisecond, second, okay. So okay, let me put it here.
Yeah.
Now here you have year, comma, month,
Hmm.
okay, previous. Now you can give similarly, you can give multiple values to it. So here I'm going to assign it um, year, month, date, and hour, let's say. I'm not going to do minute. Year, month, date, and hour. So let's say year is 2021, month is 11, date, not data, date is 15th, okay, and R is 1. Okay, so I have entered in decreasing order, right? So in decreasing order. So first number will be year, then month, date, hour, second, sorry, hour, minute, second, millisecond, right? You can go up to millisecond. So now if I run it, you see, this is what we defined, right? 15th December 2021, 1 a.m., right? So minute and seconds, it has taken as 0. Okay, so this is how you can define a date type here. Okay, okay, so this is to define the date type or create the object. You want to add a new variable to the program, to JavaScript program. Now, how do I read the value? What is the date that is there? This is to define, isn't it? Now I need to read it. Okay, I need to read the value from it. Okay, so how do I read the value from it? Correct. The best thing is, let's say this is the same date, okay, and I want to read the time from here. Okay, so you say, instead of today date, you say today date dot get. I'm expecting it to give me the suggestions. Okay, it's not giving me. So let's type it here. Full year. Okay. So when I say a full year, it should give me the year from date. No, it's error. It's saying, right? No.
So can you try dot get minute or hour something if
Wait,
it's
wait, wait. Okay, why it happened here? Okay. So instead of using get full year, just say year. Okay. No, I did not give bracket open and close, right? It's a function. That's what it's saying. It's a function. Get full year. Right? So now when you run it, you get year. So you already have data, okay, today data with some values. And when you say get full year, you get the year from here. Okay.
by
So
giving
you wanted month. You wanted month?
No, then you'll get by this. Get month, time, and all that. You will get it.
Okay. So if you want month, okay, so you say get month. Now I want, see, this is going to give me 11, right? Because we gave 15th November, right? 2021. So you get 11. Now I want to print the equivalent month. I want it to display November instead of 11. What should I do?
Instead of 11, you want November.
Yes.
Last month, get.
Okay. So if you run full, okay, what do you get?
You will get to this month.
You get error because only year has full year. Month does not have full month. Date does not have full date. Okay, because year can be represented as double digit or 4 digit. Okay, but month, date, hours, it has only one format only. Okay, so instead of you doing full month, you need to one second, just give me 1 second. Okay. So, okay. So I was saying that get month will give you the number, right? 11 for November, right? Because we gave 11, so you got 11. But I want to get um, uh, November equivalent, right? In word format. So see, there is no shortcut. Okay. Instead, you have to create an array. Okay. Kind of list array. And then since you know the index, by using index, we need to fetch that. Okay. So for example, I keep months text, something like that. I create a variable and I add all this, right? January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Right. So this is your array. So if I want to print the the index, right? So I'll simply say print month text of, let's say, 3.
Zero.
Now, okay.
Okay.
See, again, I'm using print.
Console. I thought you purposely did that, sir.
No, no.
Block
Keep
text and
moving to Python. Okay. So here, if you come across, you see April, because I put 3. So 3 is 0, 1, 2, 3.
three.
Correct?
Correct. Mhm.
So got 3 here. Now, if I need to get November, right? So if I say today dot get month, this is going to give me 11. So what will I get here?
November.
November? You get
Get
December, isn't it? Counting starts from 0, isn't it? So
uh,
this is 0. So 11
but
will
you
be your
are
12th.
asking for you are
Yeah,
asking for today's, right?
correct. So -1 you do. See,
No,
so
I got it that 0, 1, 2, 3, sir. But when you said when you are using particular that syntax,
see, get month will give you 11. But months of 11 is December. So you
yeah.
say get month -1. Okay.
Okay.
Get
Huh.
month -1 will give you November.
Mhm.
So if you want to get November, you have to say -1.
Mhm.
Okay. So similarly, you have get hours, get minutes, okay,
Minute.
get seconds, okay,
Yeah.
get milliseconds. So similarly, you have, you can try that, okay, get minutes, uh, 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 get S capital, seconds, get milliseconds, okay, month, date, right? So you can even get date here. Okay, let's try get date. So console get date. Okay, date is 15, right? So it has given
Mhm.
us 15 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So
Then,
let's try
yeah.
that hour. No, millisecond. Sorry.
Ah, so it'll give you milliseconds. So at millisecond level, it'll give you the data. Okay. Okay. So these are how to get thing, right? You can even set it. So you can even set the date. So you have methods like set date. Okay. Set date, set full year. Okay, every get has a set method. Okay, so on. Now, how do you set, let's say, full year? So you have today's date here, right? Right, today's date. Now,
Yeah.
before I say get, what I'll do is,
Set.
yes. So I will set it today date, set full year to 2050, let's say. Okay, so now, see, the get full year is not giving me 2021. It is giving me 2050 because I have set it 2050 before.
Yeah. Then you are asking for a get, so you will get that only.
Yes. And this is your millisecond current, the time it has read it.
Oh, okay. So get will give you the current value only, right? No matter.
No. Get will give you what you have set here. See, I have set it to this one, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
rather, the last one was this one. So whatever you
2021.
set here, yes.
But then you set here there 2050, right? That's why you are
So
getting
20,
20.
yeah. So only full year I'm setting, not the date, right?
Ach,
So if I say date or
you get that
hour,
15
yes, because I'm only setting here.
year. Yeah.
It is still 15. It is still 15.
Yeah. 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 So if we'll set the date also, it will change.
Yes. We have, did we do JSON files? We did class and objects, right?
We did not do JSON file.
But we did class and objects, correct? Yeah. So, uh,
That
um,
previous only we did, sir. I did
correct,
class and all.
correct. We created class name, right? And we added some modules, functions in it. Okay.
Yeah, we did that function.
So,
Function means basically method only, right, sir?
yeah, method
The,
only. Yes. The same thing. Okay. So, how to evaluate, say, a JSON file format? First, let's understand how JSON file is created. Okay. So, JSON file is created very much like your uh, dictionary. Okay. So, it has curly bracket. Okay. See, JSON file is a file format. And why do we use file format? We use file format to transfer data from one system to another, right? So I have a data in my system and I need to send the data to you. What are different
okay,
ways I can send? Okay. I can
okay.
send you in Excel format, CSV format, okay, or I can send you in JSON format.
Acha.
Okay. So JSON format is these days getting very popular. Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't this popular 10 years back, but last 5-7 years it has become very popular, and most of the system they prefer JSON format as way to transfer data. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so JSON format uses what you call a curly bracket like this. Okay,
Okay.
and then in this you will have your column header, which is key and the value. Okay, so I can say here
It's like
name.
XML.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I mean the purpose is same, but it's not like exact XML. XML you have angular bracket, right? Here you don't have angular bracket, but here you will put it within the square bracket.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say you have name and name colon the value. Okay, key colon the value. So value is, let's say, Sachin.
Okay.
So you have name colon value. Now you want to add another value, another column. So you say city colon Mumbai. Okay, now this is giving error because this is not a JavaScript format. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is not JavaScript format. Okay, this is your JSON format. Okay,
Okay.
so name city. Now let's say I add one more thing here called sports, and I say cricket. So this is JSON format. How do we read this in JavaScript? So we have to store it as a variable in JavaScript. Okay, so I'm going to say um, um, player info or player data something. Okay, so player. Okay, um, okay. So this has to be stored as a object in JavaScript. So not as a variable. So here I'll say player, which is your key, and then I'm going to say this is entire this thing. Okay, so if you are using text as a key, you'll put in quotation or number without quotation colon, and the JSON should be put in your uh, uh, square bracket format. No, so for JavaScript, it's just a file, isn't it? It's just a
Mm-hmm.
data. But for JSON, it is the JSON file format. It has some information like name, city, and sports. But for JavaScript, okay, it has to be just a text. So what we do, we use this and we put, okay, we'll put our own uh, here curly bracket, okay, after this, and I'm going to say this, okay. No, so see, we have already used uh, the double quote, right? So we'll use single quote to differentiate it from the other quote. Otherwise, what happens if we put if you put a double quote here? Okay, this has to be double quote, by the way. So double quote is starting here and ending here, isn't it? So now
Okay.
entire thing I want to put it as a string. So if I want to put entire thing as a string, I'll put this entire thing as a single quotation. Okay, so that way for uh, JavaScript, it is just a text. So in JavaScript, we put text in quotation format. Okay, so we have put it in quotation format. But when you have multi-line text in JavaScript, then we cannot say like this. Multi-line comment, okay, this happens. This works only with single line. So if you are doing this single quotation here, you end with single quotation. Okay.
Mm.
Now, okay, sorry, this has to be inside also. Okay, comma is part of this. So I have
Mm.
quotation. Now you know this single quotation is end of this quotation. Okay,
Correct.
but
Yes.
this part is also part of the previous text. So I'm going to say plus here.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll have to add plus, okay, in both the places so that it looks like it's a continuation. And then you have a quotation here, you have a quotation here too. Sorry. Now you see. Now it looks like this is a text, and this entire thing is a text for JavaScript. JavaScript doesn't care like what happens JavaScript, in JSON script. They said, okay, I mean, I'll just hold it like a text. And now JavaScript has the challenge of sending or receiving the data and manipulating it. So generally, wherever you receive that, okay, if you're reading the JSON file, then we'll have to learn how to handle JSON file. Okay,
Okay.
but when
But
you
sir,
pass,
here, why do we need a JSON file?
no, I'm saying how to handle JSON file. We don't need JSON file. But what if you need a JSON file?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you created this JSON file and now you send it to whichever tool is using JSON. Okay,
Mhm.
so this is how we create a JSON data type or JSON variable here. Now, what if you get a JSON data? Okay, so let's say you got this JSON. So when you get this JSON, you need to save it or run it like, okay, your JSON val, okay, is a variable equal to JSON dot parse. JSON dot parse, and then you provide the text. Assuming that you got text from JSON input file. So this is we created JSON file, and now you can pass it to whichever file or tool is asking, or save it as a JSON file. But in this case, we have got a JSON file. Now we need to run the JSON file. Okay, so we say JSON val equal to JSON dot parse. Okay, so data will be parsed, and now if I say console dot um, console dot log. Okay, and here I'm going to say JSON val. Okay, so there is unexpected non-white space character. Position number 9. Okay, where is, let me run it again and see.
So line number 33, you don't need.
So, quotation was here. See, quotation is not for curly bracket. Quotation is for the text that player that we have, right? That's why it was not able to parse correctly. So
It
this
is.
this is, curly bracket is to store the information, the object. Okay, and the quotation is for the text that we have player. Okay, so now if you parse it, it will be correct. And if you want to print it on the screen, you can say run, start debug, and undefined. Undefined because uh, uh, this name is not defined. Now instead, if I stop it and run the entire JSON val, so you see player colon array 1. Okay, so it's showing array 1. Array 1 means there is one array to it. Okay, so now if you want to read it, okay, what is the variable that we have? We have player here, right? So you have to say, okay, JSON val dot player, because I want the player info. And player info, you can have multiple player info. It says array one, right? So I want first player info. So JSON val, the variable name dot this, okay? And you can have multiple. I can have a player name Sachin. I can have again name Kapil, right? So which one you want? You want the first one. So you say player one, okay? So so player one. Now, if you want only specific value, you don't want everything, okay? You want player one name dot, okay? You have name, city, sports. I want name. So I'll say dot name, okay? Now this finally should display the name on the screen. Again, there's an error. Defined reading name. Oh, so here you see, okay.
Name Sachin, you already mentioned, sir, then it should come.
Name,
Jason there.
okay. So name Sachin, okay.
Instead of player, you can just put Jason well dot name.
Jason,
Jason well variable dot
okay.
get name.
Now,
Yeah.
look at this, because this is the syntax, right? So, okay. Now this could be the syntax error. The reference is, when it says one, it starts looking for the first member. First member is your second index, right? Index starts from 0. So that's why we say here 0, not 1.
Mhm.
Okay, so you get name here. I want name plus city. So I can say name plus, okay, and I can put colon, and then I can say plus, and then I can say place 0 dot city. Sorry. Okay, so now when you run it, you get Sachin colon Mumbai, right? Now you have multiple players. Okay, so this is your one set of information in player. I want to add another set of players, right? So I'll copy this and I'll put comma here, right? And now I'll say another one. Okay, now since it is beginning here, I have to add colon. Okay, colon. So name Sachin, city. Okay, so here I'll say name equal to Kapil, city equal to Gurgaon, and sports. So now when I run it, let me see if parsing is correct or not. So now you have to be very careful with the parsing. Parsing means syntax of JSON. Okay, see something went wrong here. So here it is wrong. So I started quotation, but I did not give quotation here, right? So I need to give quotation and then say plus to link all of this, right? Now the JSON is correct.
Sir, that you put here, you put plus plus plus. That's for the JSON only, right? You
No, no, no.
can't.
Plus is outside quotation. So it is not
Yeah,
for
but
JSON. It is for string. Because see, for JavaScript, it's just a string. For JavaScript, it is just a string. So I'm concatenating all these string. So instead, you
uh-huh.
don't put this and you put it in the same line.
But to connection, you did plus.
Yes, because yes, I want to join those two rows. If you do not want, that's fine. You can put them together here. Okay. So now we have two players. First name is Sachin, zero name is Sachin, and one is Kapil. So now if instead of, so you got Sachin, instead of player one, if I put player one, okay, instead of 0, if I put 1, Now I will get the name of second player, and city I'm saying still 0. So now I should get Kapil and Mumbai,
Not my fault that you keep it like this.
right? Kapil and Mumbai, right? So that's how you can use JSON file format in, you can create a JSON. So I'm creating here, or let's say if you read it in a text, this is how you can read and parse it. You can pick each member from the JSON file. I think for you, even this would be important, okay? Because you'll be reading a lot of JSON files also, I'm assuming. Because it's about data, right? So data can come from JSON file or, okay?
Mm-hmm.